Hello boys and girls, in this video I'm going to show you the solutions for UPS1 trial mathematics SM015. Basically for UPS1 we include three main topics, that is the topic 1 number system, topic 2 equations, inequalities and absolute value, topic 3 sequence and series. Okay, all these questions will come out in the objective form. Okay, totally there will be 23 objective questions in UPS1. Okay, so let's go through the chapter 1 real numbers questions first. Okay, so for questions number 1, since we are going to find the whole numbers from the above set question, so since we know that the whole numbers, if the set of numbers 0 plus the natural numbers. So if we look at the given sets here, so we already have the 0, this one is included. Okay, tangent 45 is actually is 1. The value, you may use calculator to calculate, so the value is 1. And this 16, I can simplify it as 4. And the other one is the 8. 8 is also the integer. So therefore, for these questions, the whole number set should be the D. The correct answer should be the D. So we have the 0, tangent 45 degree, 16 and 8. Okay, so for questions number 2, so A is a real number. That means all the numbers between -3 to 4 included. So this is the real numbers. And B is only the integers. Okay, so we may use the number line to find the solution of A intersect with B. So for the A, we may write as the -3 until 4. So this is A. And for B, since this is the integer, so we only included the value of -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Only these few value. So I draw in my number line -1, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Okay, so we notice that in the diagram, so the included part only this one, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 only. Intersection, that means both should have. So this is the set B here. So that means the answers correctly should be the C. Okay, the correctly answer should be the C. Okay, so for questions number 3, so please read the questions carefully. They want the conjugate of the Z1 divided by Z2. So first of all, the step 1 is that you just find your Z1 over Z2. So equivalent to 2 plus I divided by -3 plus 2I. So definitely, if you want to do step by step, you need to multiply with the conjugate pair. Okay, or you use the calculator to calculate. So you get the -4 over 13 minus 7 over 13i. But this is not the answers that I want. I want the conjugate. So step 2, I'm going to find the conjugate. So the conjugates of Z1 over Z2 should be equivalent. Okay, we say that conjugate, we just change the sign of the imaginary numbers. So it will become -4 over 13 plus the 7 over 13i. So the correct answer should be B. Okay, should be B. Okay, since this is the objective question, so that means that you may allow to use the calculator to calculate in this way. So first of all, you just key in the Z1 divided by Z2. So this one into the functions, okay, calculator functions with the complex mode. And you press the equal sign. you press the equal signs. So you definitely will get this for your answers of Z1 divided by Z2. But the questions didn't ask for Z1 over Z2. They want the conjugate. So therefore, the conjugate is minus 4 over 13 plus 7 over 13i. So you may directly get the answers using the calculators. Question number 4, we are going to find the polar form of the complex number z. So first of all, if we look at the value of a and b here, we know that complex number is in the third quadrant. So it's somewhere here. So since it's in the third quadrant, the angles or the argument should be in negative angle. So this one definitely is not your answer. So you just have two choices. Okay, so how to determine that they have to find your argument? Okay, so if you use the formula, the theta argument, so it's somewhere here. So it will be minus pi minus arctangent b over a. So the b is 5 over 12. So you will get the negative 2.75. So definitely this one is your answer. Okay, so you also may use the calculator for the checking purpose. Let me show you how to get the answers very fast. Okay, so to use calculator to find the answers quickly, you may use the complex menu. First of all, you type the complex number minus 12 minus 5i. Then you press the button shift 2. You will get this complex menu and you choose 3 to get the modulus and the argument. So you will get the answers with the modulus of 12 and the argument of minus 2.746. So you round up, you will get minus 2.745. So definitely the answer is B. You see, so easy. So questions number 5, we have to apply the property of log. So we bring up the 2. So we have the log to the base 10, 5 square plus log to the base 10, 70 plus log to the base 10, 45 over 35 minus the log to the base 10, 45 over 2. Since all the term have it's the same base, so we may merge by using the property. If you have the plus, so it will be the multiplication. If you have the minus, this will be the subtraction. So you will have the log base 10, 5 is 5 square, 25 times 70 multiply 45 over 35, and this one minus is the division, divide by 45 over 2, and you simplify it. So you will have the log 100 to the base 10, so log 100 10 to the power of 2, so you will get the value of 2. So definitely for these questions the answer is 2. It's D, sorry. So to simplify the third, so this one, so we multiply with the conjugate of the denominators. So definitely have the 2 plus 2 sub 3 divided 1 minus 3 here. So we'll get the minus 1 minus sub 3, and you factorize, you get the 1 plus sub 3. So the answer is A. So okay, so for your information, this type of questions can solve easily by using calculator. You just simply input the fraction 2 over 1 minus 3 in the calculator, then you press the button equal to, you will directly get the answers of minus 1 minus 3. So the answer definitely is A. Okay, now we proceed to chapter 2, equations, inequalities, and absolute value. Okay, so for the questions number 7 is the third equation. So first of all, we arrange the equations in this form, and you square both sides, so you will get the x plus 5 equivalent to the square of the 4x plus 13, and you expand to get a quadratic. So you form a new quadratic equations. 6. So you factorize. So you get x equal to 41 over 16 or x equal to 4. So to check, so you have to check when x equal to 41 over 16. So you substitute into the given equations. So you will notice that you will get 11 over 2, which is not equal to 0. So that means 41 over 16 is not the answer lah. So this one definitely is not the answer. So we only have these questions only to double check. So we substitute 4 plus 5 minus 4 plus 13. So you will get 0. So definitely the C is the answer. So questions 8 is the indices questions. So if we look at this question, so that means we can try to change the right hand side and left hand side to the base of 7. So we will have the 7 square to the power of x square equivalent to 7 minus 3x minus 2. So we have the 7 2x square equivalent to 7 minus 3x plus 2. So therefore, we compare the index. So we have the 2x squared equivalent negative 3x plus 2. You form a quadratic here and we try to factorize. So we have the 2x, x 2, 1. So plus minus. So x equal to 1 over 2, x equal to minus 2. So basically for indices, so we will accept both the answers. So the answer should be B. So question number 9 is the equations of log. So basically, since we have the same base, so we no need to change the base. And you just directly apply the property. So since we have the addition, so this one is the multiplication. So we combine log base 10. We have the x plus 2 multiply x minus 2 equal to 1. Okay, so we transform the log into the index form. So that means that this one, I will be changed into the base of indices. So I will have the x plus 2, x minus 1 equivalent to 10 to the power of 1. So we expand equal 10. So you form a quadratic. So we have the x, 4 and 3. So we have the plus and minus. So x equal to 3 or x equal to minus 4. Okay, so we have to ignore this because if we substitute the x minus 4, the log base 10 minus 4 plus 2, this one is invalid. Okay, so we just choose the x equal to 3. So definitely the answer is A only. Okay, to solve this equation, first of all, we have to simplify this term first. This one, if we can transform in the term of e power of ln x minus 2, so you will get the value of x minus 2. So this one is apply the theorem of e power of ln star, so you will get back your star here. So we rewrite the equation, so we will have the 3 x power of 4 multiplied with x to the power minus 2 plus 2x equivalent to 1. And we simplify this, so you have the 3x squared plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0. And we factorize 3x, x, 1, 1 plus and minus. So you have the x equal to 1 over 3 or x equal to minus 1. This one we have to reject it because the ln minus 1 is invalid. So that means the answer definitely is C. X equal to 1 over 3 only. Okay, so question 12 is the quadratic inequality. So first of all, before we factorize, so please rearrange first the inequality, or we multiply negative both sides, so we get the value of 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 greater or equal than 0. So here to here we multiply minus 1 both sides. So after that we try to factorize. Minus and plus. Okay, after this you may use the graphical methods, or you may use the sign table, whatever you like. So if you use the graphical method, you draw a quadratic graph. So this one is minus 1 over 2 and this is 3. So you choose the region which is positive. Because here it says that you're going to choose positive. So the answer should be f is less or equal than minus 1 over 2 or greater or equal than 3. Okay, so this is the graphical method. So if you want to use the sign table, so basically it's the same, 2x plus 1, x minus 3, so negative 1 over 2, 3 included. So negative, positive, positive, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, positive, you choose the region which is positive. So you are going to get the same answers as this. So this is the solution set form. So the equivalent interval should be the C. The answer should be C. So up to you. So since this is the objective question, so you may do as fast as possible. Okay, so the questions 13 is the rational inequality. So first of all, for these cases, so we know that the 0 is 13 over 4. And for the denominators, the other zeros will be the 2. And this one we have to use the sign table. So you put the linear factor 13 minus 4x, x minus 2. And you will have the 2 and 13 over 4, 13 over 4, the 0. So since you have the equal signs here, so this one is the then circle. X minus 2, so it's the denominator, so you have the empty circle here. And you choose a value to test, so let's say I choose the 0. So I have the positive, positive, negative. So if I put 0 here, 0 minus 2 is negative, positive, positive. So you have the negative, positive, and negative. So for the final answer, I'm going to choose the region which is negative. So I circle the region. So this region should be f is less than 2 or union greater or equal than 13 over 4. So the suggested answer should be B. Question 14 is the one-sided absolute value. So this is the case of less n. So first of all, we have to define first. So you have the 2x plus 3 less than 6 and the 2x plus 3 greater than minus 6. So you rearrange. So you have the x is less than 3 over 2. This one will be the 2x equivalent to minus 9. Your x is greater than minus 9 over 2. And you have to end out with the answer with the case of intersection. So you come up with your number line here. Minus 9 over 2, 3 over 2. So this is the less than. And this one will be greater than. So since this is the intersection, so we find the region of intersection. So we have the negative 9 over 2, 3 over 2. So this is the empty circle. So the suggested answer is D. Okay, so this question solve for absolute both side inequality. So what you have to do is that we can use the methods of squaring both sides because we have the absolute sign both sides. So before we squaring, so we convert in the form of third form first. The absolute of x plus 2 equivalent to the square root of x plus 2 square greater than 3 absolute of x minus 4 square, and then only we squaring both sides. So we have x plus 2 square greater than 9 x minus 4 square. So we have the x square plus 4x plus 4 greater than 9 x square minus 8x plus 16 . And we have the 145, and we collect the term, like term, and we form another new quadratic equation. So we have the 8x squared minus 76x plus 14. This is 144, I think. So 140 less than 0. Okay, so we may simplify by 4. So 18x plus 7 less than 0, and we factorize less than 0, so we have the 2x x have the 5 7, so false negative, so we have the x equal to 5 over 2 as the zeros, and the x equal to 7 is another zeros. So this is a quadratic. Since you want to choose we may use the graphical method if you like. So 5 over 2 and 7. So you are going to choose the region which is negative. So it's in between. So the answer should be A. Okay, so question 16, choose the correct form of this. Okay, so this one you have to do the completing the square. Okay, then you will convert the square root form into the absolute form. So first of all, so since we have the coefficients of 2 in the term x squared, so we have to factorize first. X squared minus 3 over 2x plus 1 greater or equal than 0. Okay, then only we complete the square. Minus 3 over 2, you divide by 2, we get minus 3 over 4 square minus 9 over 16 plus 1 greater or equal than 0. So we expand 8 over 9 over 8 plus 1 greater or equal than 0. So 3 over 4 greater or equal than 1 over 8. So x minus 3 over 4 square greater or equal than 1 over 16. So we take square root both sides. So this one we will convert it into the term of absolute of x minus 3 over 4 greater or equal than 1 over 4. So based on the given solution, so this is one of the alternatives. So that means this one all wrong. Okay, so definitely you may choose the other form, that if this one I can multiply over 4 absolute greater or equal than 1 over 4. So this one I simplify, so I may get the absolute of 4x minus 3 greater or equal than 1. So that means this one also correct. So the answer should be D. Okay, now we proceed to the chapter 3, sequence and series. So we see what type of questions will come out here. Okay, so if we look at the first questions, this is the questions on the arithmetic sequence. What is the term? Is the 9. So that means you are going to find your n. So what is the n here? So first of all, if you want to find the formula Tn equal to 9, so you may get your first term as 1. So kalau dia adalah arithmetic, so your D should be 5 over 4 minus 1. So you get the 1 over 4 here. So you will have the formula A plus n minus 1D equal to 9. A is 1. So n minus 1, the D is 1 over 4 equal to 9. So n minus 1 over 4 is equal to 8. So 32. So the n is 33. So that means the T33 is the value of 9. So the answer should be C. Okay, so in questions 18, we are going to find the sum from the term 4 to the term 10. So that means that you are going to find the T4 plus T5 until T10. So I may use the S10 subtract with the S3. So I use substitute, so I will get the total sum from the term 4 to term 3. So if I want to use the sum formula, so first of all, I have to determine the first term of the arithmetic is minus 3. The D will be the 1 minus minus 3, so you will get the value of 4. So I substitute into the sum formula 10 over 2, 2 minus 3 plus 9D, D is 4. Subtract with the 3 over 2. Okay, 2 minus 3 plus the 2, 4 here. So I simplify. I will get the 150 minus 3, so I get the 147. So the answer should be B. Okay, so question number 10 is the questions on the convert the repeating decimal. So that means I may use the geometry series. So as we know that the 0.7 bar is equivalent to 0.7777, and so we keep on repeating the term of 7. Okay, so this one I may rewrite as 0.7 plus 0.07 plus the 0.007 and so on. So this is the sum to infinity. Okay, I may use the sum to infinity with the formula of A over 1 minus R. So for these cases, the A is 0.7. The R will be 0.07 divided by 0.7. So I will get the 0.1. So to solve this, I have 0.7 divided 1 minus 0.1. So 0.7, 0.9. So I have the 7 over 9. So the suggested answer should be D. Okay, questions number 20 is the questions on the geometry sequence with the second term. T2 is AR equivalent to 1 over 4, the first equations. And the T5 here, so is AR power of 4, 1 over 256. So we use the equation 2 divided by equations 1. So I will have the AR power of 4 divided by AR equivalent to 1 over 256 divided by 1 over 4. So I have the R power of 3 equivalent to 1 over 64. So the R will be the cube root of 1 over 64. So you have the 1 over 4 here. So the answer should be C. Okay, so we proceed to the questions 21. So find the fourth term of expansion. So you may use the formula of TR plus 1 general term. So we have the n r a power a n minus r b power r. So for these cases, so your n is 6, the a is 1, the b is the minus x. So you just substitute inside. So you have that 6r, a is 1, 6 minus r, the b is negative x power of r. So you have the tr plus 1 equal to the t4 here. So that means you have the r plus 1 equal to 4, the r is equal to 3. So therefore the t4 term is the t3 plus 1. So it will be equivalent to 6r. Sorry, so it's 6, 3. Okay, 1 to the power of 6 minus 3 and minus x power of 3. So you use the calculator to evaluate the binomial coefficient at 63. So you will get the 20 multiplied with the minus x power of 3. So you get a negative x cubed. So you have the total, you get negative 20 x cubed. So the answer should be B. Okay, so we look at the questions 22. So you want to expand. So first of all, we check the power. So this one is the positive. So you may use the formula of n0. So we start with 3, 0, 1, power of 3, minus 3x power of 0, 3, 1, 1 power of 2, minus 3x power of 1, plus 3, 2 here, 1 to the power of 1 minus 3x power of 2, and finally is 3, 3, 1 power of 0 minus 3x power of 3. So you use the calculator to evaluate the binomial coefficients. So we get the 1 minus 9x plus 27 x squared minus 27 x cubed. So the correct answer should be donkey D here. Okay, for the questions number 23, so it's find the expansion is valid. So for this, so first of all, I have to factorize using the theorem paragraph first. So I come out with the 2, 1 minus x over 2. So I have the 2 power of 1, power of minus 1, 1 minus x over 2, power of minus 1. Okay, so to find the expansion is valid, we just look at here. So the expansion's valid is the absolute minus less than 1, so it's equivalent to absolute x less than 1, so you have the minus 1 x over 2 1, so you get the minus 2 x and 2, so the answer should be C. Yeah? Okay, so thanks class. So this is the end of the discussions of the solutions of UPS trial set 1. So if you still have any questions or doubt, you may arrange the consultation sessions with me through the SITSPAD applications. Okay, please kindly ask before your UPS exam. So anything that you still not, is have a doubt. Okay, if you want to ask, you may ask me. Okay, anytime that you are free and I'm free. So thank you very much, class. So wish that you will score full marks in your UPS 1. Okay, thank you.